Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our guest of honor and speaker, Fire Superintendent Anastasio Husay Jr. Sir. Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the commencement exercise of SMSOS, Bats African Eagle 23-22, Class 632. To start with the ceremony, we'd like to present to you the entry of our graduating class, comprising of 114 security guards from security agencies servicing SM branches and affiliates, headed by their class marcher, SG Kurt Sigura of Fireball Security Agency.
Ano na no? Korog na? Korog na ba? Oh? Korog no? Daggan dito kayo sila nag-marching.
Galing mo tayo magdamakasin.
Very good, very good. Very good, very good.
Nung takbo pero hindi makausap. Sabi ni
We request everyone to rise for the invocation to be led by Mr. JPC Lagnayo, CRS Supervisor, SNCT Davao.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Most gracious and loving Father, praise and thanksgiving render unto you for the beauty of this day, for the gift of this world, for the gift of life, and for gathering us together. We especially give you thanks for the gift of our calling to work and serve here in SM. As we gather here today, we ask you to be with us as we continue to reflect on our work here and seek to advance it for the good of all. Give us strength to overcome every temptation which may come to us, to do well in every task which is assigned to us, and to shoulder our responsibility which is laid upon us. Open our eyes that we may see what you desire us to see. Open our ears that in our discourse we may hear what you want us to hear. And open our hearts that we may feel as we feel toward matters in greatest need of our attention. Bless all that we do here in this SMSOS graduation. May it be a holy work done in your name. Continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we undertake, is for the quest of a better one SM family, for the greater glory of you, and for the service of humanity. We ask this in the name of Jesus and in the power of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we request everyone for the entry of colors. Please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Good.
Before we continue, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of our graduation speaker, who will be introduced later in the program. Senior Assistant Vice President for CRS, STMC, Mr. Almos J. Alabi, sir. Assistant Vice President for Food and Retail Group Security, Mr. Victor G. Santiago, sir. Assistant Vice President for CRS, STMC Operations, Mr. Rafi Tihada, sir. Mr. Lester R. Tantuco, Mall Manager, SM City Davao, sir. Miss Precious Ligario, Assistant Mall Manager, SM Lanang Premier, ma'am. Mr. Roger M. Federeso Sr. and Sir Nestor Reyes of Tapwa Security Agency, sir. General Godofredo D. Rabara, AFP, retired, President and CEO of Fireport Security Agency, sir. Wilmin Magsayo, Operations Manager, Sibren Security Agency, sir. Mr. Iluvino A. Hironilia, General Manager, PIDA Security Agency, sir. Colonel Santiago B. Minor, General Manager, Dasha Security Agency, sir. Members of SM Security Orientation Seminar Training Committee, agency operators and representatives, CRS regional managers of SM Retail, Food Retail, and SM Supermalls, CRS managers, supervisors and representatives, detachment commanders, security in charge, families, and guests of the graduating class. Once again, good afternoon. To welcome the graduation class, may we request our SM Lanang Premier Assistant Mall Manager, Ms. Precious A. Ligario, ma'am, to deliver the welcome remarks.
SAVP, CRS, SCMC, Mr. Almos Alabe, AVP, CRS Operations, Rafael Tejada, AVP, FRG Security, Mr. Victor Santiago, SMCT Davao Assistant Mall Manager, Lester Tantoco, our partner agencies, to our malls regularly to get their essentials, do groceries, run errands, pay their bills, avail government services, and get their passports, and even to celebrate personal milestones. We have become a microcosm of the community, the administration being the governing body, the tenants being our citizens, our shoppers being the tourists, and our security team being the peacekeeping body. The malls need our security team to keep the order in the mall, secure properties, and ensure the safety of our employees and customers. That is why the duties and responsibilities of the Customer Relations Services Department are something we cannot take lightly. At SM Supermalls, we take every opportunity we could to strengthen public safety through partnerships with our stakeholders. We thank the governments security agencies for being with us every step of the way in strengthening public safety in the context of mall operations. Partnering with us in these endeavors is crucial to the operations and success of SM's up to this event. Without your firm support, we would not be here today. We also take this opportunity to acknowledge our partner agencies, Topwatch, Fireball, Black Mace, Dacia, Bida, Sagittarius, and Sebren. We sincerely extend our appreciation to you for your much valued support and cooperation. To the 144 strong men and women graduates, the extensive program you went through the past 8 days were so designed to equip you to be SM frontliners embodying SM's brand of exemplary service. We are confident that we have prepared you to serve the public with dignity and excellence. We commend your hard work, perseverance, and grit. As you get deployed to your respective malls, may you keep all your learnings so that you may demonstrate the values of professionalism and excellent service anchored on respect that are expected from the ranks of SM security personnel. We hope you all take it to heart with the pride that we share with you today as we finally welcome you to the SM family. Congratulations, Batch African Eagle 23-22, Class 632. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to SM Lanang Premier.
Thank you, ma'am. Let us now proceed to the presentation of the class top-notchers. The awarding of sword as recognition to the overall class salutatorian of SMSOS Batch African Eagle 23-22, Class 632, garnering an average score of 88%. LG Kimberly Ilyato of Topwatch Security Agency. And the valedictorian of African Eagle 23-22, Class 632, garnering an average score of 90%. From Dacia Security Agency, LG April Jane S. Reyes. May we request Mr. Rafi Titihada, sir, Assistant Vice President ACMC CRS Operations, to be assisted by General Godofredo Di Rabara, sir, President CEO Fireball Security Agency, to award the swords to the top-notchers as a token of recognition.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir, thank you, sir.
Once again, let us give a round of applause to the class top-notchers. Top-notchers, you may now go back to your seats. Now, We will now proceed with the awarding of certificates of commendations to the onboard CRS and security guards who have displayed exemplary acts in the performance of their duties. We will call on Colonel Rubito M. Quijano, sir, to read the certificate of commendation. We request our Senior Assistant Vice President for CRS SCMC, Mr. Alnos J. Alabi, sir, to hand over the certificates, to be assisted by Sir Victor G. Santiago, sir, AVP, FRT Group.
SM Group of Companies presents the certificate of commendation to Security Guard Joseph A. Ahero. Audacia Security Agency SMCD Davao for apprehending and filing a qualified theft case against an employee and a shoplifter stealing through convenience, which led to the recovery of assorted SM merchandise worth 13,000 pesos at around 1815 Hotel, December 14, 2021 at SMZD Davao, the SM store. Official signed, Charleston M. Tan, Mr. Hans T.C. Picture taking, sir? Hati-hati, ano siya, sir? No, picture taking, no? Kita ka, no? Likewise, SM Group of Companies also presents the certificate of commendation to Security Guard Alvin B. Amparo of PIDA Security Agency SMCD Davao for turning over one unit Vivo mobile phone worth 15,000 pesos, which he recovered during robbing inspection at the open parking area last 25 February 2022. Official signed, Almos J. Alabi, Mr. Hans T.C. The same group of companies presents this certificate of commendation to Security Guard Romeo O. Inot of Fireball Security Agency SMCD Davao for turning over a pouch containing cash, the amount of 5,000 pesos and assorted ID cards, which he recovered during robbing inspection at the Cinema 5 area last 13 March 2022. Official signed, Almos J. Alabi, Mr. Hans T.C. Certificate of commendation is also hereby awarded to Security Guard Renanti O. Lapera of Top Watch Security Agency SMCD Davao for turning over a pouch containing cash, the amount of 36,000 pesos and assorted ID cards, which he recovered during robbing inspection at the Annex Building area last 20 February 2022. Official signed, Almos J. Alabi, Mr. Hans T.C. SM Group of Companies also hereby presents this certificate of commendation to Security Guard Edwin Macmac of Top Watch Security Agency SM Lanang Premier for turning over one unit gadget, the amount of 3,500 pesos, which he recovered during robbing inspection at the Porthole area last 06 February 2022. Official sign, Almos J. Alabi, Mr. Hans TC.
Thank you, sir.
SM Group of Companies presents this certificate of commendation to Lady Guard Mary Christine Mainabay. Again, of Top Watch Security Agency, SM Lanang Premier, for turning over one unit GoPro camera worth 20,000 pesos, which she recovered during robbing inspection at the ground floor area of this mall last 19 February 2022. Official sign, Almos J. Alabi, Mr. Hans TC.
Sir, return, sir. Sir, thank you, sir.
SM Group of Companies also presents this certificate of commendation to Security Guard Jason Pedroso. Top Watch Security Agency SM Lanang Premier for turning over a gadget worth 6,000 pesos, which he recovered during robbing inspection at the entrance 3 area last 25 February 2022. Official sign, Almos J. Alabi, Mr. Hans TC.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir.
SM Group of Companies hereby presents this certificate of commendation to Security Guard Hernani M. Yolo of PIDA Security Agency SNCD Davao for turning over a wallet containing cash, the amount of 12,160 pesos cash, assorted ATM cards, which he recovered during robbing inspection at the main mall area last 26 January 2022. Official sign, Almos J. Alabi, Mr. Hans TC.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir, thank you, sir.
And the last but not the least, we have the final awardees for this afternoon's graduation ceremony. SM Group of Companies presents this certificate of commendation to Mr. Charles Edward Istomo, CRS Representative, SMCD Davao, for apprehending and filing a qualified theft case against an employee and a shoplifter stealing through connivance, which led to the recovery of assorted SM merchandise worth 13,988 pesos last December 14, 2021 at SMCD Davao, the SM Store. Official sign, Charleston M. Tan, Mr. Hans TC.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sirs. And good afternoon. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, standing before us are the awardees for this afternoon ceremony. In recognition to their good deeds an exemplary performance during their tour on duty. Let's give them once more a recognition through an applause. Lahat ng mga taong pinarangalan, sumalunan.
And now, may I request Mr. Nilo M. Nogra, sir, Regional CRS Manager for Mindanao 2, to introduce our graduation speaker.
Our guest of honor and speaker today hails from Barangay Coronon, Santa Cruz, Davao del Sur. He was born on June 2, 1976. He is a graduate of Bachelor in Industrial Technology at University of Southern Philippines, Davao City in 1998. As they say, it is the busiest man who always finds time to spare. So because of his thirst for knowledge and his efforts to improve further himself, while serving as a municipal fire marshal, he pursued his academic studies and took up a master's degree in business administration, major in agribusiness management at Southern Philippines Agribusiness Marine and Aquatic School of Technology, and successfully graduated in 2009. As regards his career as Bureau of Fire Protection Officer, we can trace it back when he joined the Philippine National Police Academy in Camp Castañeda, Silang, Cavite on 17 May 1999. All his efforts, sacrifices, and devotion to his chosen career bear fruit when he successfully graduated in April 15, 2002. He is a seasoned Bureau of Fire Protection Officer. He held various positions as he goes up the ladder of his career. As a BFP officer, he became a municipal fire marshal from 2002 to 2010. He was the Chief Admin Division from the year 2010 to 2016. He became the Provincial Fire Marshal from the year 2016 to 2018. He was designated Chief Logistics of Bureau of Fire Protection, Regional Office 11, from 2018 to 2021. He was the Chief Directorial Staff, Bureau of Fire Protection, Region 11 Office in the year 2021, prior to his present designation. He is happily married to former Miss Loselyn Banak, and their union is blessed with a lovely girl named Red Florian. And his wife is presently a district fire director in Region Bar. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce our guest of honor and speaker, the District Fire Director of Davao City Fire District, Fire Superintendent Anastasio Makabudbud Husay Jr.
Sabay tayo! Ha! Hugay kamay! Ha! Baba kamay! Ha! Sabay upo! Ha!
Thank you. Maraming salamat sa overwhelming introduction, sir. Request permission to remove my mask, sir. Of course, I'd like to recognize to Engineer Jonathan Nick D. Santos, Regional Operations Manager, Mindanao 2, to Sir Lester Artantuco, Mall Manager, SMCT, sir, to Ma'am Kimberly Ann G. Rimolana, Assistant Mall Manager, SM Lanang Premier, to Ma'am Precious A. Ligario, Assistant Mall Manager, SM Lanang Premier.